As an NBA player, there are many things that can hurt a legacy, whether that be injuries, disappearing in crucial games, or simply being Josh Giddey. But an essential part to every all-time great is the clutch gene, the gene that takes over in critical moments at the end of games. An attribute so important, there's an award for it. And of course, I'm talking about the Clutch Player of the Year. But I'm not just talking about the award itself. I believe Steph Curry should be the recipient of this honor. Why? Well, hear me out. Throughout Steph's career, he's been known as a frontrunner, or some will even say that he's flat out not clutch at all. However, this season Curry is changing that narrative. Under the NBA's definition of clutch, statistically, Curry is ahead of both of the nominees, leading the league in clutch points, field goals made, and three-pointers made. No shocker on that one. Not only is he scoring the most, but he's also the most efficient according to true shooting percentages. However, you could say he's racking up points towards the start of clutch time versus when all the pressure is on one possession, and you definitely have a point considering not all clutch time is made the same, perfectly explaining why in the last 45 seconds of the fourth quarter and overtime, Steph Curry is 0 of 12 on go-ahead shots in his entire playoff career, a ridiculous stain on the great career of Steph Curry. But this year it's different. In games within 3 points with only 24 seconds left, Steph has a total of 31 points on 69.8% true shooting, placing him behind only DeMar DeRozan, who has 35 points on 61.8% true shooting percentage. I'd say this is honestly about even, 4 more points sacrificing 8% efficiency. But if we were to break down these true shooting percentages into effective field goal percentages, the gap between DeMar and Curry widens. DeMar's effective field goal percentage in clutch time is 48.3%, about 2.5% above league average, and Curry's is a blistering hot 62.9%, about 17% above league average. Pretty impressive, right? But let's shrink that clutch time down into crucial clutch time, meaning less than 2 minutes left in the game. Under this shrunken parameter, DeMar's effective field goal percentage drops to 42.3%, about 5% above the league average. Curry, on the other hand, drops his percentage from 62.9 down to 44.8, a much more significant drop-off. However, the percentage is still 2.5% higher than DeMar and 7% above league average. So even with a shrunken definition of clutch time, Curry still remains more efficient. I'd like to note, however, that I've decided not to include Shea in this analysis simply because he has significantly fewer clutch and crucial clutch time shots. Otherwise, he would be the most efficient of the two. But if we compare Curry to De'Aaron Fox, last year's Clutch Player of the Year, the numbers are somewhat similar, point totals and percentages, making Curry appear as the favorite to win. He's also knocked down 2 game winners this season.
Curry sidestep, Curry drive, Curry flip, Curry good! With 2 tenths again!
It's free, gets the ball, puts up a three-pointer, bang! Steph Curry nails the three-pointer with 7/10 of a second remaining!
And in terms of pure clutch time minutes alone, DeMar DeRozan actually has played a total of 23 more clutch minutes than Curry has, nearly 2 whole quarters of time, and yet he still trails in points and efficiency, making Curry's clutch stat totals that much more impressive. Overall, I think the determining factor is really whatever you define clutch as. Is it game winners, points within a certain period in the game, or maybe you even view it as showing up when it matters most? But if we are basing it only on the NBA's parameters, I would consider Steph Curry to be the Clutch Player of the Year. Definitely not by a landslide, but I have to give the edge to Curry for all he's done this season. But what do you guys think? Is Steph Curry the true Clutch Player of the Year? Has this been the most clutch season in Curry's career thus far? Or has he had better seasons? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.